You just finished reading the chapter on communication versus engagement, and you learned what the differences are between communication, engagement, and intentional engagement. So when we go back to what Gallup is talking about, the research is finding that we need to keep people engaged, much easier said than done. And also what they're talking about is intentional engagement gives meaning to other people. It's an emotional tie that becomes a more long-term engagement. So that's what we need to do. This is not hard, by the way, everyone. I just want to let you know, no one has died learning how to intentionally engage. I promise you that. But what do we need to do? We need to learn some things about our audience, even strangers. Even strangers. We'll have some baseline information, and we're going to know them in ways that you are probably not even thinking about right now. So first of all, let's talk about why some leaders don't know how to engage well. And the reasons are many reasons, that they don't value it, they don't know how to do it, they don't want to do it, they're embarrassed that they don't do it. There's leaders who have said to me, I've had the same team for 3 years or 5 years or 7 years, and how am I going to go back to them now? Because I've not been doing it all along. And also, too, a lot of people resist change. So my theory in life is don't tell me why, show me how. So as we get through this book, we're only on this chapter and we're going to keep moving. And I give a lot of information on what this looks like, how it can be done, and it's going to make it much easier for you to start implementing. I do want to say one thing about that, because at the end of the day, that if your organization sent you away and paid, let's just say $1 million for a month, and you came back a different person, the same, but different, that you're fine-tuned, what would you do when you see your team for the first time? Are you going to be saying, I'm a little bit embarrassed to really start implementing this because I've never really behaved this way before, or I've never shown up that way before, okay? I'm telling you right now, folks, you're a new sheriff in town. I don't care who you are, where you are, who your team is. You're the new sheriff in town. I'm giving you permission to go back to your team, even after you read this chapter or the next chapter, and you can start doing things differently. They're going to benefit from that, right? If you got a new haircut, are you not going to show up to your team because they may look at your haircut? Right? No, you're going to go in, you have a new haircut, who cares? Here, you're coming in as the new sheriff in town, and you're going to be doing the same thing differently, but so much better, and so much more effective, and so much more intentionally. And you're going to be doing it in a way that they're going to want to emulate you, which is really the highest compliment ever. But what could you possibly know about other people? Well, you can find out things like what makes them feel engaged, or you can learn a little bit more about their personality, or you can observe some things about your personality. They're going to give you clues and cues on how they want to receive information, or how they take in information, or what motivates them, or what they value. So these are the things that we're going to be talking about in the book. I promise you, I do this all day long with my clients. This is not hard, okay? Which is why I wrote this book. So again, you're going to be seeing your team in a different way and knowing them in a different way. And these are people that you may have known for a really long time, but you are going to be asking them some new questions about themselves. And I promise you that what you're going to be receiving in return is the blueprint that you're going to need in working with them in the future in a much different way. And why haven't you done this all along? I'll give you a heads up. It's because you didn't ask them. But I also have a whole chapter on how to do that. All right. So again, thank you for your support. Go on to the next chapter, and I'll see you after that.